Yo, what up, though? What up, though? This is Brian Onrea. Welcome to the Brian Onrea Podcast, episode number 44. That's right, 44 episodes. You can see I got on my Atlanta Braves Hank Aaron number 44 t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You can't see the back of it, but on the back of it, it's a big 4-4. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a fanatic about the number 11 and any multiple of the number 11. So I'm all 11s. You know what I'm saying? 44. 4-4, you know. Salute Hank Aaron too. Rest in peace, man. Atlanta legend, Atlanta Braves legend in the African American community, legend in the sports community in general. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Yeah, man. It's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been here in a while, you know, but I'm back. You know, I say that every episode. I feel like it's a lot of time in between episodes. You know what I'm saying? So, and I realize I say, you know what I'm saying, a lot. So let's try to not have me say, you know what I'm saying, so much this episode. Or if you're drinking, you can take a shot game. Take a shot whenever I say, you know what I'm saying. Because I say it a lot. I say it too much. So I'm gonna work on that. And shout out to my neighborhood, man. My complex. You know, y'all that got them loud cars. Them cars make a lot of noise. They sit low to the ground. Them I guess racing cars. It's a car, man, that held me up because they were warming it up and it was so loud. I couldn't start recording. It was like right outside my door here. Just so loud. And it took forever to leave. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, but could y'all like do something about them loud cars? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, hope y'all doing well, man. Hope y'all mental health is good. We're well off into 2025. We 2 months in. We just did January and February. This is March of 2025. I hope the year is going well for y'all. I hope all those resolutions that you made, you actually are going after them, trying to achieve them, not just talking about it. And if you have been slacking off, don't worry about it. It's not too late to have a fresh start. You can start right now in March. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. A lot of games, you know, in the first quarter you lose it, but you come back and win. So it's not too late to win. Don't get discouraged if you had a bad start to the year. You feel what I'm saying? But speaking of start to the year, you know, at the beginning of the year, all the awards shows start happening based on 2024. So we had the Oscars last night. I don't know if y'all seen the Oscars last night. I was working, so I didn't really see the whole thing, but I saw little clips. One clip that's going viral, that's making the rounds, is when Conan, who was hosting the show, Conan O'Brien, he made a joke about Drake. Now, as you know, Drake lost the battle to Kendrick Lamar. And it is kind of dragging on and on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick was at the Super Bowl. He called Drake a pedophile. He did the song They Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. I covered that here on this channel. And, you know, it's a halftime show. So Conan made the joke. He said something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing. It's almost halfway through the show. Time for Kendrick to come out and call Drake a pedophile. You know, because it's halftime, how Drake did it in the halftime show. It was a joke. It was kind of funny, but a lot of folks are upset. A lot of folks are saying they dragging it, and how could they allow this? And, you know, it's so terrible that they, you know, talking about Drake. They call Drake a pedophile. It's not true, you know, and they shouldn't be able to say that. And I just say, lighten up, man. Lighten up, you know. Drake could fight back. You know, he can make his own. He can fight for himself, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just a joke. It's not that big of a deal. What do y'all think, though? Were y'all offended by the joke? And I just think that, I don't know, people too soft, man. People too soft. And it was a funny moment. But, yeah, some people are outraged about that particular joke. Now, speaking of the Oscars, again, I didn't see the whole thing. But I did see that the movie The Substance, because I saw The Substance recently. I watched that the other day. I thought it was a pretty good movie, pretty interesting movie. I'll talk about that in a second. But I noticed that The Substance was nominated for, I think, like 5 Oscars. And they lost almost all of them. The only Oscar they won the Oscar for, I think, Best Makeup in a movie. Because the makeup was crazy. Some of the images in that movie were just crazy. And you see, I don't want to give it away, but you can see it for yourself. But the makeup is crazy. I don't want to give away none of the movie. But Demi Moore was nominated for Best Actress in the leading role. She didn't win that. The movie was nominated for Best Picture of the year, didn't win. And it was also nominated for Best Screenplay, didn't win. And Best Director, didn't win. So a lot of folks are mad because, The Substance lost all those awards. I can't really comment because I didn't see any of the other movies really, other than Wicked. I saw Wicked, but so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't call it, but I want to talk about The Substance. I want to give a review on that movie. The Substance was a movie, without giving too much away, about a Hollywood figure with a star on the Walk of Fame, Demi Moore. Her name was Elizabeth Sparkle. I think that was her name in the movie. She was a fitness lady who had like this long-running fitness show, and she was getting. She turned 50, I believe, in the movie. She turned 50, and she was feeling really, down about herself, getting old, and there was pressure in Hollywood to replace her. And that's all I'm going to say without giving out any spoilers. And it's about how she dealt with it, and it's just crazy. The movie was crazy, very thought-provoking. It makes you think about, how society pressures women to look a certain way, but they don't pressure men to do the same thing. Women have more pressure on them than men do in terms of how they look, and look in a certain way. So, crazy movie, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Demi Moore. Margaret Qualley played in the movie. She did pretty well. Dennis Quaid in the movie. A lot of crazy images in the movie. I keep thinking about Dennis Quaid. There's a scene where Dennis Quaid is eating shrimp, and it's just nasty. You'll see what I'm talking about. Written and directed by Coralie Forget. I don't want to say her name wrong. Pretty good movie though, man. What do y'all think about The Substance? Have y'all seen The Substance? Are y'all mad that Substance was snubbed for Oscars? What do y'all think about that? And what about the other movies? Have y'all seen the other movies? What do y'all think about those? Speaking about creative things, I want to talk about J. Cole. He dropped this song Clouds a couple weeks ago. Clouds, J.Cole Clouds, produced by Diesel, I guess, and Omen. To me, it was a very dope record. You know what I'm saying? Clouds. Once again, no, he's bragging on the record. He's being real braggadocious how dope he is. And I think that he got to calm down on that a little bit because he did back down out of the Kendrick battle. He even said this line in the record that I thought was interesting. He said, I'm Spike Lee of the audio, back in my barrio. Parties got shot up, so I built up my cardio. Really dope, clever line. But to me, that was speaking about him backing out of the Kendrick battle. Remember Kendrick had that song, Watch the Party Die. And he said, J. Cole said, parties got shot up, so I built up my cardio. I left. So to me, that's talking about the battle between Kendrick and Drake and the big three. Now he had to run out that party. Again, Kendrick said, watch the party die. So Kendrick shut out the party and J. Cole ran. I think it's what he's talking about. Or at least it's how I interpret it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, though, I think the record is dope. I think he's rapping really, really, really well. And I think he has some motivation. You know me, I love motivation. I love positive energy. He says, ain't no time limit. You're never too old. So keep a hold of your dream no matter how it seems. If you don't water your lawn, then it won't stay green. Positive message, man. And I think coming out of that, with him exiting the whole big three battle with Kendrick and Drake, he's choosing to stay on a positive level, on a positive note, doing this thing. So shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to Clouds. It's a real dope record. What do y'all think about it? Let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to J. Cole. And speaking of dope records dropping, this is not getting talked about enough. Big Sean dropped the Keep Your Head to the Sky freestyle. Of course, sampling the Sounds of Blackness record. And that Sounds of Blackness record, Optimistic, to me, it's one of my favorite records of all time. Maybe my top 5 record of all time, in my top 5. Anytime you're feeling down or depressed, this song, Optimistic, is an instant mood changer. And the main theme of that is, as long as you keep your head to the sky, you can win. As long as you keep your head to the sky, you can win. And Big Sean sampled the record and named it Head to the Sky Freestyle. Keep your head to the sky. Very positive. I love positive energy, and I wish more people would talk about this song. It's so funny how we always glorify the negative, but we don't talk about the positive. And this is a good positive song. Shout out to Amir Johnson, who produced this record. He flipped the sample. He flipped the sample. Of course, Optimistic is produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, right? But give credit to the person who flipped the sample and put the drums on it, made the beat. That is real production. Shout out to Amir Johnson. Very dope record, man. Some of my favorite lines in there. Some of my favorite lines include see the magic in mistakes and start to embrace it. See the magic in mistakes and start to embrace it. Embrace your failures, your mistakes, because you can only learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that line. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your mistakes, learn from them. Don't stay down in the dumps. You may have made mistakes. You may have slipped and fallen, but don't stay there. Don't stay in the dumps. Pick yourself up and keep moving. Another favorite line of mine in there where he says, sometimes the world will make you feel like you ain't enough. And that is very, very true. Life will make you feel that way. The world will make you feel that way. People will make you feel that way. People will leave you and choose other people over you and all this stuff. And it'll make you feel like you're not enough, but you are always enough. You were made in God's image. You were put here in this earth for a purpose. So you're always enough. Don't ever feel like you're not enough, okay? Straight up. But yeah, dope record, man. You know what I'm saying? Head to the Sky Freestyle. Go check it out if you ain't checked it out yet. Big Sean said he recorded it. He shot the video in New York City. You can see the New York City skyline, a part of the New York City skyline in the background. Shout out to Big Sean. Shout out to Amir Johnson. Head to the Sky Freestyle. Speaking of dope music, man. 2 Chainz, Larry June, and the Alchemist dropped an album called Life is Beautiful. Now, Larry June, it's funny, my daughter thinks that's my favorite rapper now because I play so much Larry June. He ain't my favorite rapper, but he's probably in my top played in the last few months. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Larry June. 2 Chainz is rapping real good on this album. 2 Chainz is showing that he can rap over like beats that aren't necessarily trap beats, because we know 2 Chainz from rapping over trap beats, down south beats, and he does a really good job on that. But the Alchemist gave him, like, I would say, East Coast sounding beats with soul samples, very minimalist beats, subtle drums, and they kill it. Very, very dope album. Some of my favorite songs are Epiphany, Any Day, of course the title track, Life is Beautiful, I've Been, Munyon Canyon. Very, very dope album, man. Shout out to 2 Chainz, Larry Jones, and the Alchemist. I saw them perform on Jimmy Fallon. I saw them on The Breakfast Club. They're getting a lot of press. They're getting a lot of Album of the Year contention. I know it's early, but they're getting a lot of early Album of the Year contention. So shout out to them and shout out to this album. Very, very dope album, man. Speaking of music, though, what's going on with Kanye West? Because Kanye West has been tripping lately. I saw him wearing a swastika on a shirt, and he was even selling his shirt, this swastika shirt, on his website, and Shopify had to shut it down. But some people say Kanye West is trolling. He's talking about how he praises Hitler. He talks about Jews. Very racist stuff, and there's no room for that. And I can say, man, that I don't rock with Kanye no more. I don't rock with Kanye, and I can't condone that behavior. I don't care if it's trolling or not. It's no excuse for that. I don't like how he got his wife out there half naked all the time, exploiting her. I think it's exploitive. I think he's exploiting his wife, Bianca. And, and I got love for Kanye. I think his first few albums are masterpieces, and I'm still going to listen to them. I'm not one of those folks that cancel people and say you can't listen to their music no more. I can listen to their music, their past music, but I'm not listening to any future music by them. But shout out to the College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation. That's like the big 3 of his albums, and I will always play those albums. I did like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I did like Life of Pablo. I like the Ye album. But moving forward, though, I'm not going to rock with Kanye because he needs to apologize and change his ways. I can't rock with him. As a black man, I don't like racist white people. So I got to keep the same energy, even if it's a black person. And I think that all the Jew stuff and Nazi stuff is hateful. Trolling or not, it's hateful. There's no place for it, and I can't rock with Kanye. Speaking of stuff I don't rock with, man, I don't rock with Elon Musk giving the Nazi signal, whatever that symbol was he did, and him going on Joe Rogan podcast joking about it. I'm not with that, man. And I don't know what's going on with Donald Trump. Donald Trump got in the office and he's at war against diversity and equity, and he's telling all these companies that they should stop their diversity and I keep saying equity, diversity and equality. He's not with diversity and equality. He calls it woke politics. I don't know what's going on with Zelensky. He had Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, in his office, and people are saying that Zelensky was being disrespectful. All I know is that him and Vance was going off on Zelensky. And I think that they shouldn't have recorded that and put it out for public consumption. Now, some reports say that Zelensky wanted it recorded. I don't know. Either way, I think that stuff like that should stay behind closed doors. And I think it was very embarrassing to see, President Trump and Vice President Vance going off on him like that. Even if he deserved it, I think it should stay behind closed doors, But Trump, man, I think he kind of going crazy. He wants Canada to be the 51st state. Huh? Canada should be another state, which is crazy. He wants there to be a gold card to become an immigrant. For, I think, was it 5 million or 1 million? He wants to charge people to become a citizen. I'm not getting political, man. I just think this stuff is really weird, man. It's really weird. No matter who you voted for, I think it's really weird. Some of this stuff going on. And I just pray for our country. I pray that we can be united, not divided. Let's unite. Let's not be divisive. Let's not be divisive. Let's unite in love. Let's spread love, man. Let's spread love and not hate. Let's love one another. All races, all backgrounds, all ages. No matter where you come from, if you're a good person, I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? Steven Jackson had that quote where he says, "Love for all who have love for all." And I'm kind of the same way. Let's not be divisive, man. Let's love one another. But that's all I got for today. Episode 44 of the Brian Ari Podcast, man. Let's get it.